Yeah, it's been a while. 11 months since I've been on Brandywine. Let's play on Brandywine tonight. It'll be hella fun. And there's little Ed Mustafa. Deadly Massacre checking in. Hi, Deadly Massacre. Hey, hey to you, my friend. How goes your Friday? And Lotro shut down. I am playing and streaming Lotro from Linux, and occasionally right at the start it can be just a little wonky, which is okay. Compared to the hassle that Windows gives me on occasion, I'd much rather put up with this. Here we go. I'll edit that out in post-production. Nobody will ever know that happened. All good. It's 2:45 a.m. Saturday. Heading to bed soon. A lot of folks like to watch my streams just because it helps them pass right out. I'm like the Ambien of Lotro streamers. Like, oh, Big Ed's delivering spoiled pies. You wake up like 10 hours later just feeling totally refreshed. And I'm non-habit forming. Except maybe for Mrs. Mustafa. She seems kind of stuck on me, which is good. I guess I should do my introduction. Hi, everybody. I'm Big Ed Mustafa. Welcome to Adventures After Dark. I'm excited to be here. So excited. I've got my Venom. I'm getting jacked with caffeine. And I actually found a couple of new sodas to try at my favorite snack store. So I'll be rolling those out as the stream progresses, and I'll let you guys know what they are. I hadn't heard of either of them before, so when Marty at Smedge's Snacks told me about them, I was like, I've got to get one of each, and we'll give them a try on Friday. So here we are. I haven't been on Brandywine in a long time. In fact, it said 11 months ago on this account. So I'm sure I've got a port. What I probably need to do, this character's probably a mess, in fact. Let's check. Yep, got a respec. I normally play Redline Burg. Love Redline Burglar. If you have not played Burglar, you have not played Lord of the Rings Online. It's a terrific class. It's a ton of fun. And yeah, give it a try. It's nice when you already know ahead of time you're going to have more points to spec than skills in your main tree line. So the Gambler uses damage over time and chance to defeat foes. The Mischief Maker applies and removes tricks to hinder foes. This is almost like a casting class. It's pretty interesting to play. I guess just for the sake of variety, I'll spend my off points for blue, and I will probably go Interesting. All right. That's going to be skill tree number 1. I'll just double check a couple things. Earning determination. Just a breeze checking in. What's up, man? Just getting ready to play some Burglar on Brandywine. Dusting off an old favorite of mine, Little Ed Mustafa. He is... What the hell level is Little Ed? I want to say 118th. 118th is correct. I have a Guardian on Crick Hollow. Big Ed Mustafa, who's also right around 118th level, and sometimes I get their levels confused. 1T Scott says, new class? Oh, not really. And Forbin Kid checking in. Hello, Forbin Kid. Gambler animations are cool with the dice rolls. I gotta tell you, the combination in Redline, though, with the coup de grace, stealth, distract, aim, coup de grace. I love it. I love it so much. That's just pure joy to get behind a target and just burn them down with that. Your first shot takes half their health. Boom. And then they're bleeding so bad that finishing them off is relatively quick and painless. Yeah, let's go do the other trait line. I'm going to go all in on yellow line, but I will also trait blue for yellow line. Okay, everything... No, not everything's filled in. I missed a point there. And that unlocked that, and that's good. Hey, what's up?
I said, what the heck? Excuse me.
Just trading out my burglar.
So I shaved yesterday, and used to, like, the clip guard I was using was too close to my skin. I look like I'm, like, 18 right now. It's kind of weird.
And you've never played burglar, Nick?
If I have, it's not past, like, level 10 or something. I'm not really a fan of burglars myself. Other people, yeah, I definitely don't care if someone else likes it, but for me, I'm more of a frontline or a healer or something. Hunter and Minstrel are, to me, the best ones, my favorite.
Okay. Suit yourself. I think when last I left off with Little Ed, I was working my way through Mordor, and frankly, Mordor is a lot of work. It's graphically gorgeous. I love how they put it together. That's Barad-dûr up ahead, and the tower collapsed after Sauron was destroyed. Spoiler alert.
Wait, he was?
Yep.
Back.
Okay. That was SKDX Killer. He'll be right back. The man of the hour, Epic Games TV checking in. Howdy. What is wrong with my damage output? This is crazy. Okay, let's check a couple things. What do we got for weapons? That explains it. We're still on old legendaries. That's not going to get me very far. And old burglar's tools too, probably. Wow, I didn't realize it's been that long since I've played Little Ed. Do I not have new legendaries for him? I guess I don't. That's why you gotta rotate your characters around. You gotta dust these poor guys off. So, let's go through the skill combo. Stealth. Distract. You can throw a pickpockets in there too if you're feeling sprightly. I'll do a burgle here. I failed to burgle. And aim. And coup de grace. So he lost over 5,000 health with that first hit. So where, oh where are my travel skills? And that's what I was afraid of. Let's go see what's up with my cottage. Freelancer checking in. Hi, Freelancer. Singer said Nick's upset that you spoiled, so you made him run off crying. That could be. Home of the 40 Thieves. At least the kin house is still intact. This was my cottage down here. Looks like I need to buy it back. That's going to be a lot of fishy trophies I've got to hang back up. Oh, all my housing stuff magically reappeared in my chest. That's a happy thing, at least. Fellyjish checking in. Hello, Fellyjish. Let's pay a bunch of maintenance ahead of time. Character, house. 3 Myrtle Court. Maintenance. Gee, I hope I have enough gold. And as long as I'm doing it. Looks like the kin house is mostly paid off. That's because we have a very responsible kin leader. It's okay you did enough damages to the walls of the kin house. It should look a lot like our kin house on Evernight, if I recall. We don't have a fishing pond here. There's the fishing trophies. And the gold floor. Perfect. 50-pound salmon. Trout trophy. Yeah, we have the fish trophies. Another 50-pound salmon. You're welcome, Zinger. Imagine if you had to fish up all these trophies yourself. Fantastic flounder. Nasty 9-spine stickleback, 20-pound salmon. And we've got some useless stuff in here, like this in-league keg. Let's take a drink and see where it takes us. Big Ed ASMR. The clinking of coins and the chugging of apple strawberry venom. We all love to tell the tale about the time Zinger and Alapenya both drank from the in-league keg and woke up on top of the Giant's Needle in the Misty Mountains, and neither of them had pants on. Budgeford! I am in the Shire. Good place for a hobbit to end up. Do I have pants on? I do. The key to being able to ride your war steed effectively is to do the in-league challenge on a heavy war steed. So you learn to navigate a heavy war steed while your character's intoxicated, and then everything else is easy after that. It's really no problem at all. Good times, good therapy bills. Hopefully it takes you to Rivendell for a new LI. Yeah, I've got to head there. I was just going to ride up to Mickle Delving so I can get to the Stable Master and hit a couple of travel points. I might have a travel point to go straight to Rivendell, though. You never know. I am an elf ambassador, after all. Thorin's Hall. Return to the Shire. Return to Bree. Ostgaruth. Return to Rivendell Valley, the Trollshaws. I actually have a milestone bind there. I think I bought a lot of milestones on Little Ed. I was playing him a lot, and burglars don't have much in the way of travel. It's like, where the hell am I? It's like, oh, okay. When you're as drunk as my character is, none of this looks familiar. There we go. I think I just discovered that Stable Master for the first time. I managed to not ride off any of the bridges. That's pretty good. Hopefully somebody in Rivendell's got some hot coffee for me. You've been on a Berg kick lately. I like my Bergs. I like Bergs and Champs. I won't deny it. Do I have anything I need to put in the vault? That's a good question. Probably a lot of stuff. Let's see if maybe I can sober up a little more while I'm talking to the vault keeper, shall we? Oh, thank goodness, I've got extra fishing trophies stored away. What if I would have run out of fishing trophies, Zinger? That would have been tragic. I saved some weird stuff. Weaponsmith, woodworker, prospector. So I think I have an alt character who can carve my boards into planks for me, but I don't remember for sure. Rooms full of parchment. Was I keeping? Doesn't look like it. I was wondering if I was keeping scholar materials for anybody else. Probably we're just throwing all that stuff in the kin house. Although, looks like I did save chunks of lime. 12 raiders from Druid's Fire have joined. Druid's Fire, hello. I was watching Druid's Fire play earlier. She was telling me all about Professor Corey's flight itinerary getting sideways on him. Hello, Druid's Fire. I hope you had a good time in Gundabad and got some storyline stuff done. Interesting. I have some weird stuff in my bags. Now, if somebody told me I just needed to get rid of all of that stuff, I'd be hard-pressed to argue against it. Another old legendary. Can't believe I never updated this character. That is funny. Anybody who's joined Lotro in the last couple, 3 years is looking at my bags going, what the hell is half this stuff? Landscape Soldiers token, that's fantastic. And I am sober enough to head upstairs now. Let's see if we can fix our legendary weapon problem, shall we? Wouldn't have mattered as much until the recent crunch when the old LIs were basically torched in their DPS. Yeah, I kinda noticed. Adornell checking in. Hello, Adornell. I'm going to need to get rid of more crap, aren't I? I'm going to need more pack space in order to even do the work in here. I could have safe falled, but you know. Okay, let's pop that. Let's sell some crap.
Megovanen, may I help you?
Yes, I would like you to buy some crap, please. Old man glasses. They're getting harder to find, but the good news is I have an eye doctor's appointment on Monday, so we'll try to get that straightened out. Scout's ring. Freelancer was discussing the usefulness of a housing item carry-all, and the one thing that it struck me it would be really handy for would be some of the lost lore stuff. You collect a lot of that, and you hate to get rid of it because you put a lot of work into collecting it, but at the same time it's like, where are you going to put all that stuff? Freelancer says, I'm really not into a housing carry-all. I have one as a gift, but I much prefer the task item carry-all. Oh yeah, I wasn't saying that you were a huge fan of them or anything. We were just discussing the usefulness. There's Udun Lost Lore. Somebody else fell and hurt themselves. Summons to the final stand. That's at Helm's Deep. Bubble and Goo. I have one of those. I think I can get rid of that. Level 93. I don't think I need to keep those. One bristled fur. Don't need to keep that. 4 damage fur. Level 93. Don't really need to keep those. See, I do get rid of task items occasionally. You just have to make sure they're no longer useful. Which does bring up a good point. I should probably take a look at my reputation. Joan Jett may not give a damn about her reputation, but I do. 2 worn furs don't seem worth keeping. If you have 5 or 6 or something, it's easy enough to go collect 4 or 5 more to turn them in. Deadly Massacre is just a few missions away from 140. The fantastic news is once you get to 140 Deadly Massacre, you can go all out and do delvings. I recommend Tier 12, and particularly for Siege of Surland. It is my dream to one day do Siege of Surland Tier 12 live here on Lotro Stream, so I can show everybody how easy it is to just knock that right out. It is super easy. Two moldy skins we'll get rid of. So, alright, the overflow is cleaned up, and I now have almost a whole row of bag space, to the shock and amazement of everyone, including myself. Let's go see what we can do upstairs now. I'm free to play at the moment, not sure if there's anything for me to do. I don't know if I need a new prescription or not. Delvings are nice, I heard. I don't yet bother with them, but I do plan on doing those. I've made my thoughts known on a few occasions. Clearly, the enemy of the free peoples spent a lot of time and effort developing their puddle technology. Eventually, we'll just get around to crafting painter stilts of the invulnerable adventurer, and we'll go kick everybody's butts who challenge the free peoples. Your puddles are no match for me. Well, I probably need to barter. Let's barter for a couple of burglar's items, shall we? Legendary burglar. Let's mix it up a little bit. I'll do club. Yeah, one of the things I always liked, my archer on Arkenstone, Nemini, is like level 123. I've played her quite a bit, and Delvings are a fine addition for soloable endgame content to at least get some decent armor. Well, there you go. You need decent armor if you're gonna do Delvings. I think free-to-play can do 3-man or 6-man Delvings. They're almost as fun as a Siege of Surlon. Well, Siege of Surlon just has a special place in my heart. It's very near my butt. But anyway, Nemini had a crossbow. She was a human hunter, and instead of going with a bow, I had a crossbow, and she crafted her legendary crossbow, and I just thought it looked super cool, and I liked having a hunter that didn't look like every other hunter. And I think I'm going to go with club, because hobbits get a club bonus, and it's a very burglary weapon. And I'm going to need to... Do I go to a regular reforger? No, open the legendary item forge. How do I do the appraisal thing? I am zoning on that, guys. I haven't done this in so long. Freelancer says, don't be a sap. At least as for now, free-to-play can reach the same level cap of 140 as any other player. They can? I had no idea. Appraisal of old LIs is in the LI panel. Okay, so Shift I. Legendary items reward track. This was not what I was expecting to have pop up. Carrot men. From the cart menu. Alright. Carrot menu, you mean. Legendary item. So the shortcut got reused. But the old legendary item panel's still here. And we can just go through and appraise these. The only thing you want to watch out for, like that one's already 3300 ancient script. You just want to make sure that you don't max out your ancient script. I'm going to need a new bridle too. That's a lot of ancient script already. Alright, well let's work with that, and I can appraise some more stuff if I need to. Barter item. Yeah, I'm already at 9,000, so... Yeah, Freelancer says, don't appraise more than 2 of them. Appraise lets you overcap, but that's a pain, since you can't disenchant anything if you're overcapped. I want to go back to burglars. And I got your joke about don't be a sap. Yeah, I'm going to do club. Mace would be pretty cool too, though. I don't know. Let's do a poll. In the next 20 seconds, say club or mace and tell me which weapon you want me to take. Burglar's club or burglar's mace. I'm good with either one. Freelancer likes club. Sias the Raven says club, 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 club. Everybody wants me to do club. Club for the bonus is a good point. Nobody said mace, so we'll go ahead and go mace. No, we'll go club. Singer says halberd. That's going to be on my Hobbit Captain that I won't roll. Okay. So we got the mace and burglar's tools. And I think I need to reforge them. Yeah, straight away. And I'll call my burglar's tools skeleton key. And my club, we'll just call that the negotiator. Okay, and I need to unequip my current allies. That's why it's so important to have bag space for this. I don't think I have to unequip my bridle. I don't think that's a big deal. Not universal toolkit. Put it in the right slot, Ed. There you go. Nab stuff overs. Tonight, Adornell, I am on Brandywine. We have a kin here called the 40 Thieves. And the joke was, since we had over 100 members at one time, if you're the 41st person who logs in, you have to stay stealth the whole time you're in game. Oh, not overs of yours. Okay, well there you go. I don't speak French. So it looks like I can go right to buying on-level traceries now that it's reforged. Let's start with the heraldric. We want agility. That's going to be serpent. Always remember to sort by level. So for level 118, I want to be on level 116. And I usually just go to rare. They're more expensive than uncommon, but they don't require the special currency that the other ones do. So this one's mostly vitality, and the other one, sparrow probably. It's mostly, no, that's even more mostly vitality. Two word of craft. 116 rare. And I probably should have spent some time straightening out my skill tree, or skill bars. If you reach 140 tonight, you can show us how to stealth Siege of Surland. You got it, Singer. Empowered Blades, physical mastery rating. Heroic Alacrity. For finesse, heroic precision. For crits. Crits are pretty important for Berg. Thought I had 2 Word of Crafts open. Am I dreaming? Apparently I'm dreaming. Okay, well that's alright. Drop one on the skeleton key. Is it gonna let me? Okay, that's a little frustrating. I can look at it and then it disappears. Okay, I'm just an idiot. That was available the whole time and I just wasn't noticing it down below. Thank you for not mocking me openly. I only have 1 heraldry open. Word of Power is behind me. Let's see what we got here. Boy, that is a finicky click, isn't it? $116 rare. Area of effect. Not anything you need to use on a burglar. You're not going to get a lot of area of effect attacks. Oh, I think my biggest problem, Egarther, was I was doing them on a very squishy rune keeper. Let's go to 2. Ranged attack damage will also not be particularly important. Gonna make me go to the character screen, aren't you? See, he's got 2 word of powers. Why does the weapon only have 1? Or am I just blanking on this again? Probably just blanking on this again. Nope, those are all word of masteries. I only have 1 word of power on the club, but I have 2 of them on the burglar's tools. Okay. When Ed beat his head against the wall in Siege, I tried to see if it was just the arcade that had trouble. Nerp instance is bogus. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you don't want to throw daggers from 300 meters away? I love to throw daggers from 300 meters away. That would totally be my jam. I don't know if I've bored anybody with the story of my thrown weapon prowess in Asheron's Call at all, but I basically convinced the dev team to add the addle to the game. It's a long, boring story and nobody cares, so I won't get into it tonight. I don't think I can put that same word of power on both weapons. So let's see what else I want to put on the weapon. Physical damage mitigation, partial evade bonus, tactical mitigation, basically convinced Tolkien to add burglars to his novels. No, that I will not take credit for. Although if they ever add grenades for burglars to Lotro, I might take credit for that. I don't think Cordovan thought my argument was sound, so probably won't happen. Partial parry chance, partial evade. Mariner yellow line will basically be grenades. Okay. Still in book 2. Let's go back to book 1. Base morale multiplier. That sounds useful. Damage over time on a burglar. Now, if that works on bleeds, I would think it would. Sure, the smart thing to do would be research it, but I'm not a smart man. I'm just going to YOLO it and see how that works out for me. Incoming heal bonus. Let's turn around and get these for the burglar's tools. Word of craft. I think for this, I wanted to go with all 4 of them on critical boost, because then you get an even bigger critical boost. You hit something with the coup de grace with all of that boosted up, and you'll be wrecking some fools. Heroic precision. And there's the set bonus kicking in. And let's swing around here. Heraldic traceries. Oh, make sure you get the right level, Ed. Pay attention. $116 rare. So I dropped the serpent on the club. Maybe I'll do sparrow on the burglar's tools. And all right, just a lot of words of mastery to go get now. If I was a burg, I would need to go here. Fortunately, since so many hobbits are burglars, they made it a low shelf. You don't want to have to look way up like the minstrels do. Although I know a lot of hobbit minstrels, mostly all named Mary Rose. Gore says if you decide to do delvings later, I have 117 Guardian that could help you out. Cool. And hello, Gore. Burglar traceries 116. Oh, they actually have them sorted by line. That's a pretty good quality change. I don't remember the rest of them being like that. Got backstab damage, critical response, cunning attack, bleed damage. Purge corruption. Subtle stab damage and critical multiplier. So I actually have 8 of these I can use. I don't know there's a reason to not use them. Cunning attack, bleed damage, yes please. Backstab damage, yes please. That was general damage. Let's look at general utility. Battle tactical, no, don't care. Chain skill critical multiplier. Reveal weakness. Riddle range, yeah, I don't see buffing any of that. Let's go to 116, the quiet knife. Coup de grace damage, yes please. Absolutely. There's one for coup de grace duration and crit chance. And what else we got? That's not a whole hell of a lot of choices if you get right down to it. What else am I using? Cunning attack, coup de grace. Nothing for aim, nothing for stealth. Double-edged strike, flashing blades. Knives out are all useful, but I don't see any traceries for them. And I'm blanking on feint attack. Provoke? Oh, improve feint attack. Okay. Alright, well that looks pretty useful then. Let's do feint attack damage. I'll have to make a point of throwing that into my attack rotation more. Did I fill all those slots? I did. That's okay, we'll work on and we'll add some yellow line stuff. 116 Mischief Maker. Trick and trick removal damage. Mischievous Glee initial healing. Oh, it looks like I've got to appraise some more stuff. Oh, that's pretty funny. I think I called my old dagger the negotiator. That's very subliminal. We'll do these burglar's tools. Clever retort. Snag. All right, let's go back to the weapon. Okay, probably want to use the blue ones first. I figure out stuff once in a while. I can't tell which one's better. Oh, I haven't been on this character in 100 years. Ponton's eating chocolate and vanilla ice cream. Odrana says, I saw that they critically canceled the rework. Or officially canceled the rework. I was pretty bummed. The crit change stuff is always nice. Okay. Do I want to use the blue or the purple ones first? Or does it matter? I don't know which one's better. Oh, purple first and then teal. Okay. Thank you, Zinger. I do have a lot more of the purple, so. I guess that makes sense. I think I've got everything maxed out. Nope. This is a lot of work. Okay, now the weapon traceries are all maxed out. 365 of 365. So we can close that and do the same thing to the burglar's tools. Okay. There it is. Travel to personal house. Why come back to the kin house? Well, to use the Mordor door. All that matters now is that you do more than 1-to-1 damage. Well, hopefully. There we go. That took a hot second to resolve. We ride to Barad-dûr and to glory. Now I'll just go test out the new weapons on the same guards, although I'm carrying the same offhand. That might have been what did all the damage, I don't know. I think it might be time to grab one of those new sodas to try. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. How often do you get to try a new soda? They don't come out that often. Interesting thing about the rework seems is different with SSG than EG7, because SSG started the man avatar update was part of the rework revamp, and that changes would happen over time rather than drop all at once in a single update. Yeah, I don't think I care. I have to check my Mordor rep. I don't know if I'm going to come back here and do any questing or not. EG7 canceled something else with Lotro. Apparently I still have quests to do here. Mordor is dark and scary. Be very quiet. I'm hunting orcs. Let's go stealth. We'll distract. Pickpocket. Actually burgled successfully. Aim. Coup de grace. Instant death. That's a little different from the first attack. And we'll just go right to the big bleed. Yeah, 2 strikes. And we'll just kick this guy's ass for standing here. That's a little bit of a difference. Okay. Hopefully they create a new version of Mordor where we get to pick flowers. Mordor Renewed, The Blossoming. Kind of writes itself, Singer. I like it. Besides, Doomfold Skarn is kind of like flowers, isn't it? Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know the time it is? Maybe time to die? Whap! I failed to burgle, though. Yeah, so one-shot killing stuff is kind of fun. I did fail to buff my ranged attacks, though. He did not make it. He's been reunited with Sauron. His weakness has been revealed. So that's all like Barred Dandelions. I like it. Failed to burgle. So that's Redline Burglar, boys and girls. If you don't have one, you should be jealous, because they're pretty cool. Now you can't pick a troll's pocket, but you can kill it. Just like that. I burgled something. An enduring earring. It's a pretty nice earring. Is Blue tanky? I don't know. Zinger plays Blue Burglar. I never really have. I didn't notice a big difference between Blue Line and Red Line. But I haven't played Blue Line to any great extent. So if we come in here... Die, Carghoul scum! They did not make it. Alright, I'm mostly in here jacking around at this point. Barongo's Buttercups. Zinger is Blue tanky. Just define the difference between Red Line and Blue Line Burglar for us. Anybody in chat wants to throw in an opinion. I couldn't counter it even if you're completely making something up. I'm not a smart man. What's funny is Sauron basically built this whole fortress to dissuade door-to-door salesmen. That's why it looks this way. He got really tired of Kirby vacuum cleaner salesmen and Fuller brushmen knocking on his door. When the Black Gate finally fell, the men of Gondor were busy freeing all of the Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons from the dungeon. I'm going to grab a soda. I'll be right back. The Blue Line is Gambler, and you can use some skills that apply a random strength debuff on the enemy, like rolling a die. And if you use certain skills while there's a gamble on an enemy, you can give yourself a randomized short buff. Well, that sounds fun. If it all works. Be right back. Chair stream. Might grab a snack too. And we're back. So tonight's snacks, I have some of these little pretzel squares that somebody gave Mrs. Mustafa. She didn't want them. Actually, she's not supposed to be eating pretzels. And soy and wasabi almonds. Always a yummy special treat. What could wash down such a pairing of fine snacks, you ask? The never tried before Coke Zero Y3000. I think I tried a Starlight Coke Zero a few months ago. Was that a thing? Yeah, I walked into the candy store and Marty at Smedges mentioned that he got this in. And the other flavor he got, apparently there's a Fanta Zero Sugar mystery flavor. So I bought one of those too. We'll try that a little later. I wanted to go right to the Coke Zero. Ski says, I'm here in time for Big Ed's experiment. And blue does have a decent amount of bleed, so it kind of works as more sustained DPS as opposed to the red line for burst DPS. Thank you, Zinger. That's an excellent explanation. So here it is, Coke Zero Y3000. Why not 3000? I don't know. I think this is going to be a lot like my statement about Coke Zero Starlight Edition. It's Coke Zero with a fruity undertone. It's subtle, like you'd been chewing fruit stripe gum, or you were eating Cocoa Pebbles and then you drink a Coke Zero. That's what this tastes like. It's not bad. It's pretty good. If you want something with a little fruitier taste instead of that strong cola nut flavor that I'm a fan of. Cotton candy? No. I'm just getting a hint of berries in the background. It's good. Don't mind it. In fact, I could see picking one of those up randomly once in a while just to switch things up slightly. When I bought this, I also bought the Fanta, the two Venoms, and I bought a Sprite Zero. And I gotta tell you, I would buy and drink a lot more Sprite Zero if I could get it in 6-pack bottles. And for whatever reason, they just don't package it that way in my local market. Nocore says, what is this flavor called? Coca-Cola Zero Y3000. You can see the Y3000 on top of the label. I'll hold it up a little closer. Hopefully everybody can see that. It's pretty good. No caffeine though, and just tastes like general fruit flavoring. Oh, no caffeine and Sprite Zero. That is correct. But there's some nights where I'm up playing Apex at 1:30 in the morning and I still want something to drink, and I don't really need to be chugging caffeine while I'm on the middle of an adrenaline rush that time of the morning. I'd never heard of it either. I just picked it up yesterday. Just ran into it. Almost every one of the Coke experimental flavors I've had just tastes like a generic fruit flavoring. Well, they had I mentioned the Diet Coke flavors they had a while back, and they had several, but they had a ginger and lime Diet Coke that was really good. And that was just one of those things that it's like, okay, well, let's try this, and then let's get rid of it. Ski says gas stations and mini marts for experimental flavors. Oh, he died. That's pretty funny. Wasn't expecting to kill him that quickly. Now, we've talked about this on stream before. Let me see if I can give you guys a good view. What is that? Jollification? Ride by? That must be ride by. Nope, not ride by. Burglar's Treat? Impugn character. Trick stratagem. There we go. The stratagem trick disguises you as an orc so that you can ride through the enemy undetected. It's pretty funny. And then the other one, impugn character, causes one of the enemy to fight for you for a short while. Now, one drink I've picked up recently that I really liked was Teddy's Orange and Cream. Nice. Pot says, I must say I rarely ever drink Coke, maybe once a year if at all. Do you not drink any soda, Potton? Odrana says, did you drink the Coke coffees? They used to sell them at Publix, but I haven't seen them in a while. I did try one once. I'm normally not a coffee drinker anyway, and I didn't like it at all. Ski says, I usually find my area Quick Trips, they have all of it. Ponton says, not really, no. I drink a lot of water and I drink a lot of iced tea. So when I'm gaming and streaming, I drink a lot of soda, but it's not the only beverage that I chug. I often joke that if Coke Zero were bad for me, I'd already be dead. But I mix in a pretty big variety of beverages. I still like milk. I'll drink a glass of milk once in a while. I don't know that's super popular with a lot of adults. Iced tea. I bought some Powerade Zero for Mrs. M, and I've drank a little of it, mostly because she hasn't been a big fan of it. Goodbye, Mr. Drake. When I get a sore throat, I can go for the red canned Coke. The carbonation and less sweet really helps. I think Coke Zero is the red canned Coke, unless you're drinking Coca-Cola Classic. Nothing really less sweet about that. Singer says, I remember trying Pepsi Cola back when. That was not good, but I'm not a coffee guy either. Singer's not a coffee guy. Sad that the good stuff usually gets phased out, just like Game Fuel. It was probably my favorite energy drink of all time. I thought Game Fuel was still around. In fact, I think I saw Angry Joe was doing some game reviews, and I think they came out with an Angry Joe flavor. Less sweet than Pepsi and does not go flat as fast, I should say. Oh, you were talking about Coke Classic, okay. Audrina says, nope, all gone. I'm gonna get down off my high horse. Time to murder some orcs. For standard orcs like this, you don't even really need to waste the aim. You can save that for a boss. I was having espresso martinis while I was on my cruise. Very nice. Angry Joe is G Fuel. Game Fuel was a Mountain Dew based energy drink. Oh, okay. G Fuel, correct. I don't remember the Mountain Dew brand. That's on me. See, the captain, for instance, that might be the guy that I want to go ahead and pop aim on. Wow, he even survived that. And this other scrub will just put him down like a bad habit. I wiped out that whole orc camp and barely got my armor dented. I don't think I need to kill fire grims for anything that I can recall. They're mostly just annoying. Sorry about that, Odranus. I never have picked up my pet wormling. I think those things are just adorable. Salamanders don't count as dragons for some reason, which is annoying. Rockworms do, though. Let's murder that rockworm. Dire horns, bats. We've had storms in the area today. I was hearing that distant thunder in game, and I'm like, is that game or is that outside? I had to take the headphones off to make sure. They do such a good job with ambient sound effects in the environment in this game. And again, I mean, there's a few things I always blah, blah, blah about, like how cool Mediceld and Edoras is. But another thing I'm frequently boring everybody with is talking about the sound of glaciers cracking off in the distance if you're doing Forakel. That's a really, really good sound effect. The game devs did such a nice job with the ambient sound and music in this game.
I spoke with Krogrin at the Black Gate. He seemed like a nice enough sort.
Why am I talking to these guys? Oh well. At least water hasn't been discontinued yet. Well, he's a captain after all. I'd expect survival, so. Zayem Anap, hello. Donnie checking in, hello Donnie. That would be Bear WSHS, by the way. Donnie, I haven't mailed your t-shirt yet. I'd feel bad about it, but you still haven't mailed Mrs. M her welcome home card either. Breaking the Oath Taker's horn. Donnie was asking me when Mrs. M was going to come home like 6 months ago because he was going to make her a card. I will when you send it to me so I have your address so I can put it in there. Okay, that seems fair, Donnie. If water was discontinued, then something's really gone wrong. I think I heard something on the news about Seattle is trying to restrict water usage, and at the same time they're going to have their rainiest day of the year on Monday, probably. Artifact chest. Those are scholars nodes. Donnie's still working on it. I haven't finished it yet. Gipio checking in. Hello, Gipio. For those of you just joining us, Gipio and Donnie, I'm drinking a new flavor of Coke Zero called Coke Zero Y3000. It's fruity. It's not bad. Where would I rank this? So if I were selecting a diet soda, regular Coke Zero is always number 1. Diet Dew number 2. Diet Dr. Pepper. Actually, I have to say, I really like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Everybody's going with the Zero Sugar branding. In fact, Marty mentioned that he has a 7-Up Zero Sugar. But I've been buying and drinking a fair amount of Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. My local Walmart neighborhood groceries had Dr. Pepper products on sale for $1.50 cheaper per 6-pack than the Coke Zero. So I've been getting a little of both. And then, would I rate Sprite Zero ahead of Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar? Those probably, yeah. Again, the problem with the Sprite Zero is I just can't find it in the 6-pack bottles. If I could buy it, I would probably buy it ahead of the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Although the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is also really good. Diet Mountain Dew, depending on what you're eating, tacos, pizza, anything with a strong flavor profile, either spicy or salty, Mountain Dew goes really good with those kinds of foods. Also, it generally has a pretty high caffeine rate, so I drink Diet Dew sometimes for effect as much as for flavor. It's kind of my go-to if I come crawling into the office and I'm tired. Like this morning wasn't a dialysis day. I could have slept in. I told Mrs. M when we went to bed last night, I said, okay, honey, tomorrow's not a dialysis day, so if you wake up before 7 o'clock, don't let me know about it. Let me sleep. 4:40 a.m. Honey, can you help me up into my chair? Yes, dear. And then at 6 o'clock this morning, she wanted to go use the restroom. So I didn't get a sleep in. I, in fact, got woken up twice. But when we have nights like that, I come crawling into the office after 3 hours of sleep. I'll go straight for the Diet Dew sometimes. It does help perk me up a little. Zyam Nap says, you lost too much weight. Evidently Coke Zero Y3000 was co-created with AI, according to the Coke website. I've got Fanta Fruit Twist Zero Sugar. Awesome. I wonder if that's my new mystery flavor. Maybe I'll try that next. The Hobbit, a fruity bouquet. Kipio says, never heard of that type of Coke Zero. I just heard about it yesterday and bought one to try. I also have a Fanta mystery flavor. Original Godspeed says, how is it going, Ed? Do you know a good race to use for burglar class? Hobbits and humans both make great burglars. I'm on my Hobbit burglar right now. I was showing off some of the Warsteed stuff. The reason I rode back here, though, I think I need to do task item turn-ins. Let's hit the task board. See if I've got enough stuff to turn in. Little Ed Mustafa is a burglar. He's level 118. He's a hobbit. And I am on Brandywine tonight. Keep telling you guys I play on all of the free-to-play English-speaking servers, and I'll keep hopping around to prove it if I need to. I don't know anybody doesn't believe that, but... Singer says, I get Coke Extra Sugar. It comes with a coupon for glucose test strips. Sounds delicious, Singer. One of these days, somebody's going to figure out that artificial intelligence is just a chat bot strapped to a search engine. They really haven't done anything with it. It's just basically a parlor trick to have your computer read back your Google test results to you, or your Wikipedia entry. Ponton doesn't believe. Fair enough, Ponton. I appreciate your skepticism. You and Mrs. Mustafa both know better than to trust me. That's weird. You're already interacting with another NPC, so you can't drink a potion? That's crazy. Task items, task item, task item. Shattered spears. Nope. Rusted scimitars. Not on this board. Worker sword sheath. Spiked tails. More rusted scimitars. Obsidian scales are a thing, but I don't have that many of them. Or do I? I can do a couple of them. So maybe that's my new goal, is to try to collect enough task items to complete my 10 task item turn-in. Would also probably go a long way towards helping me with my Slayer deeds. Ugh. It's all just so much garbage I don't need. Herky Mad checking in. Herky, how the heck are ya? Let's see, there are a few other people we should shout out. I want to shout out Herky Mad because he's just good people. Plus, one of my favorite people to raid is Herky Mad. I love it when he's just started up his stream. It's early in the morning and we come raiding in with 10 or 15 people. I always get a great jump scare out of Herky Mad. If you're not following Herky, show him some love, give him a follow. He is good people. We shouted out Druid's Fire earlier. We all know Druid's Fire, love Druid's Fire, appreciate all the work she does for Lotro Stream. We can shout out Adorano. We can shout out the Questing Dad. And somebody was on earlier. Why am I blinking now? I'm tired because, again, Mrs. Mustafa won't let me get more than about 2.5 hours of sleep at any given time. Antler checking in. Hello, Antler. Shout out El Galadwin. She's on right now. I tried to raid her Wednesday when I was shutting down my stream, and she was on Lotro Stream, and she must have stopped streaming right before I did. Ended up raiding an empty Lotro Stream. That's okay. Anyway, I tried to shout out all the Lotro streamers, not just Lotro Stream team members. But if you're streaming Lotro, God bless you for promoting the game. Sauce 5 Ski is on right now. He's streaming Lotro. Sky to Power Lifter, we've shouted him out a few times. You raided the Void. I've done that, yeah. I probably do that once or twice a month, I guess. I should pay attention, but I can't afford it. Thanks, folks. I'll be here all week. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. Now, oddly enough, if you're looking for task items, they're often most plentiful on creatures that there's no Slayer deed for, and that attacking them is superfluous. In a lot of zones, deer and elk will give you a tremendous amount. Out here in the Doomfold, or in Mordor, I'm getting bristled fur and mysterious ears off of the Sulaks? Yeah, well, let's go Sulaks. Do I need to be killing Sulaks? No, but I need the task items. I think the dire horns are also pretty handy for that. Bats aren't that handy, but they get in the way a lot, so you just have to murder the bats. But at least they count for a Slayer deed. I don't think the Sulaks do, but maybe they do. Rated this stream so we'd be here in time for Friday. Good call. Because of you, tested the waters on YouTube with Lotro, and it got some views, which was nice. Very cool. My feeling when I first started streaming was I'm going to be playing video games anyway, so it doesn't really cost me anything to stream it, and if folks show up, then all the merrier. So I got a bristled fur off the goat. That was okay. Oops, that was a waste. Not what I meant to hit at all. So, if you're going to be playing it anyway, Epic Games TV, go ahead and stream it. You might be surprised at how easy it is to find an audience. You get to meet new folks. Sometimes you make new friends you can play in game with. And only rarely do you run into a bloodthirsty, maniacal stalker like Zinger. Well, it's hard to stream, easier for just recording for me at this time. Well, that's okay too, as long as you're getting views. So I made that fire grim think I was asleep, and then I snuck up on him. Take that, you dirty old fire grim. Potton makes it rain waffles. Bless you, Potton, you are doing the Lord's work. We'll kill this salamander. Take that, you dirty old salamander. 3 stony skins off that salamander. Maybe that's why I need to be killing salamanders. Some obsidian scales off of the worms. Mickey waffles. We gave away a Mickey Mouse waffle iron at the Labor Day Air Show last year. This year we did not have any Disney theme items. Mostly just because we did all of our shopping at Walmart. I didn't see a whole lot of Disney themed stuff at Walmart. Beast Slayer of Dolomarth completed. Beast Slayer Advanced unlocked. I have to kill 200 more animals out here. Well, that's good, Zinger. Have you been able to just replace it with plasma so you don't have to kill, or? I won't go into the reasons why you only see Zinger on at night, but, you know, use your imagination. Waffle Maker is just a pancake baiter. Only lame things that no kid wants, like a PS5. Yep. Waffles? Where? Like waffles. Batter. Yes. I don't know if there's much of a difference between the two or not. I haven't told Mrs. Mustafa, but when I ordered some stuff from Walmart the other night, I got 4 boxes of Jiffy corn muffin mix. And I'm going to make it the batter, and instead of making muffins, I'm just going to drop it like pancakes onto the non-stick pan. I'm going to make cornbread pancakes and just put butter and honey on them. That will be good eating. Maybe with some eggs. I think I need to be stealth for coup de grace. That was still pretty effective, though. We never made waffles besides the frozen ones. I wonder if Bisquick is still around. Every day for breakfast on my cruise, I had eggs Benedict with ham and tomatoes. So hooked on that. That would be good. Oh man, I am so bummed out. I found out our cafeteria at work, they're taking away the smoked salmon for the bagels in the morning. My company decided that the smoked salmon was too expensive. It's like, are you kidding me? What does it cost you? 20 bucks a week? Who cares? Apparently my company cares. But I sort of figured it was too good to be true. They had to be losing money every time I bought a bagel. You get an onion bagel, I toast it, and then put cream cheese on both halves, and put it in a big 8x8 hinged box. And I'd take it over to the fixins and cover it with flaked smoked salmon, both halves. Then I'd put a little bit of pickled onion on each half, and then I would add in like a pepperoncini or a spicy okra pickle or two, just for fun. It's a good way to start the morning. Get a little bit of spice, just something to wake up the taste buds, nothing too hot. Dornell says, that is a good question. Now that I think about it, my eyes haven't seen Bisquick lately exactly. Just a Breeze 124 says, that sounds awesome. Well, the punchline is that bagel with the pepperoncinis on the side and the smoked salmon and pickled onion, $2. It's like, here's your $2 for my bagel covered with, half a pound of smoked salmon. Thanks. So yeah, I wasn't shocked when the deli gals told me, oh hey, by the way, the smoked salmon's going away. This is the last week for it. I was like, okay. The other thing they did over the summer is they were putting out. They have fresh fruit every morning, but usually it's cantaloupe, it's pineapple, it's watermelon, which is all good. But for a while over the summer, they were putting out fresh ripe mango. So I'd get a 12 or 16 ounce oatmeal cup, and usually I go for the blueberry yogurt, and it would be like fresh blueberries in the bottom, blueberry yogurt, pineapple in the middle, blueberry yogurt, fresh mango on top, and I would basically make that and eat it on days when I didn't get a bagel. Only then I went in for my last checkup, and my doctor was like, your blood sugar looks good. And I was like, okay, but I noticed that it went up like 0.7 of a point. I was like, I should probably cut back on the fruit and yogurt in the mornings, because it's full sugar yogurt too on top of everything else. Just such a nice light breakfast, great way to start the morning, and all that fresh fruit. Just like, yeah, this is a happy thing. But too much of a good thing. I figure if I do that once a week, it probably won't hurt anything. Just don't want to be doing the yogurt 2 or 3 times a week. I guess I only did the bagel once or twice a week too. They're taking it off the menu because of Ed. You might be right, Gibbio. Adornell says, I always enjoy making homemade biscuits. My eyes don't pay attention to mixes. Well, I like the Jiffy mixes because they're really simple. If you need to whip up a quick pizza crust or corn muffins, I think I used the Jiffy mix to take corn muffins to the chili cook-off at the flying field a couple years ago. I made a few pans of corn muffins and then actually mixed up some honey butter at home. And then I was surprised at how many people at the flying field were like, "Oh, I don't want any honey butter." What the hell's wrong with you people? How do you not want honey butter? How is that even possible? I don't want fresh air and sunshine. Please don't give me free money. It'd just stretch out my wallet. Make it hard to sit down. What the hell's wrong with you people? I do homemade cornbread as well. Depends on my energy level and mood, homemade or mixes. Still use Jiffy for cornbread. It's a good product. On the other side of the coin is if you actually go to buy the separate ingredients, normally you have most of the stuff in your pantry. You just have to go out and buy one thing. It's like you might have cornmeal or you might need to buy cornmeal. But you have the flour, you have the baking powder, you have the eggs. If you have to go buy 2 or 3 of those, it's so much more expensive than if you just buy the Jiffy mix. It's like, yeah, I'll just do the Jiffy mix. But that's what was so great about Bisquick was right on the box they had recipes. It was just sort of a general purpose baking mix. And you could do cakes and cookies and waffles and pancakes and breads and there wasn't anything you couldn't make out of Bisquick. It was just kind of a catch-all baking mix for 400 things you wanted to do in the kitchen, and I don't know if they still even make it anymore. It's one of those things that fell out of fashion. Probably the Atkins diet killed it off. I was talking to my coworker today about how the city of Omaha used to be littered with these Great Harvest Bread Company stores that sold fresh baked bread and baked goods, and they were really popular. And then all of a sudden the Atkins and South Beach diets came out and the stores just withered and died because people stopped buying bread because the new fad diet said no bread. It's like, wow, that would suck to own one of those franchises. I'm kind of laughing because every time I use feint attack, it lets your next attack go off like you were attacking from the rear. And a lot of times feint attack is just killing them, so I never get a follow-up with a strong backstab attack. Love bakeries. The fresh baked goodies, they're just... Oh, we've got some good ones here in town, too. And I generally... I indulge rarely, but I do indulge. We've got a Lithuanian bakery. There's a Pettit's Pastries right by the office. There's a French bakery called Le Quartier. I'm sure Freelancer can correct my pronunciation. They've just got some incredible pastries, all 3 of them. And I don't go for that very often, but man, once in a while you just got to treat yourself. I dropped him like a bad habit. That worked out pretty well. Don't think I can sneak up on these guys very easily because their heat damage takes me out of stealth. Yeah, pretty much one-shotting those things if I use aim and coup de grace. It's a lot of health to burn down. There's a local bakery nearby that I enjoy going to. It's also a cafe, so I tend to chill out there with my laptop to do work or art writing stuff while enjoying baked goods and coffee or tea throughout the day. Ponton says, I'll be off now. Have fun storming the castle. Ponton, thanks for coming by. Have a great night, and hopefully I'll get to chat with you more this weekend. Take care, bud. I could kill the crawlers, but so we're doing on task items. Didn't even want to pick that up. Damage R is the bane of the burglar. Got knocked out of stealth by the flames before I got to pull off the coup de grace. Otherwise that probably would have been a one-shot kill. Even if you're not in stealth, if you get a stun pulled off, you should still move to the back of whatever you're fighting, and you still get bonus damage for backstab attacks. It's a happy thing. Goodbye, goat. That stealth wore off just as I got to him. I was stunned and amazed. He did not make it. It's kind of funny. It's like they spin around really fast, not knowing that they're already dead. I guess I can kill the bat. We'll kill him too because I didn't like the way he was looking at me. Got some spiny carapaces and intriguing filth off the crawlers. Those are actually both good task items. Should probably just go ahead and start murdering the crawlers too. Fix the lag. I know, right? Stealth, distract, aim, coup de grace, red line burglar. Come here, you. Look at those fools lagging around. Yeah, we'll let them go. There we go. I'm getting through the pretzels to the soy and wasabi almonds below. He did not make it. Boy, the lag's getting noticeably worse on Brandywine right now. When I first started streaming, I wasn't picking any up, and now all of a sudden it's like, eeh. I didn't know you played on Brandy. All of the English-speaking free-to-play servers. I'm on Landerville, I'm on Gladden, I'm on Brandywine, Crick Hollow, Arkenstone, Laurelin, Evernight, obviously. I might even have a character on the French server just because it was the only one up one time, I think. I do not parlez-vous the Francais, unfortunately. More deadly claws. So much bristled fur, I just filled it up. Alright. And that's not even one of the things on this task board. Terrific. Task items are good and good for you, boys and girls. Do them every day. Mary Rose says, I feel like a stalker. The only server you listed that I'm not on is Laurelin. Well, I doubt you're stalking me in particular, Mary Rose. I think you're just an altaholic like a lot of us are. Bacchus checking in. Hi, Bacchus. I'm doing good. For those of you just joining the stream, I am trying Coke Zero Y3000 for the first time. Much like Starlight Coke Zero, this is Coke Zero with a bit of a fruity undertone to it. Mixed berries, I'm guessing. Let's grab the stony skin. And oh, mysterious ears. I've got room for those. Obsidian scales. Intriguing filth. That's good enough for now. Excuse me. Task limit reached, 10 of 10, we did it. I went out and slaughtered enough innocent wildlife in Mordor to complete that task for the day. See if we can vendor some crud too while we're here.
Now then.
Epic Games TV has not seen it sold in Canada. Sell the spiked tails, sell the clawed wings. We'll sell off the scholar stuff. Sell off the tailoring scroll. Grab the enhanced ruined whatevers. Can't open them. So I got anything else to sell? I think at one point I actually threatened to check my reputation to see if I could sell off more task items. Very disappointed about those bristled furs. Funny, I've got those heritage ruins I can't open. Oh, my 16-year gift box. I was wondering why. I clicked on the wrong thing. I didn't have my portrait option up. I Change it to the 15-year portrait. There we go. Now I've got the 16 available. Let's check the rep log. Conquest of Gorgoroth, I'm ally. I've got a lot of work to do out here. Host of the West, sub-factions. That's one of the least important things I could be working on. Don't have to worry about that. Host of the West. I'm up to respected. Riders of Rohan, Defenders of Minas Tirith. Ally to the Rangers of Ithilien. Neutral to the men of Dora and Ernal. Acquainted to the men of Ringlow Vale. Apparently I skipped through a lot of Gondor on this character. Pelargir, I'm only acquainted? That's crazy. Dol Amroth factions I kind of skipped through, but I am kindred to Dol Amroth. Skipped Fangorn. Kindred. Master of the Weapons of the Westmont Master of the Weaponsmiths Guild. That's funny, I've still got guild rep to work on. Heroes of the Limelight Gorge. Excuse me, that's Coke Zero Y3000 talking there, boys and girls. Ale Association and Eld Gang. So let's take a look at our quest log. Black Book of Mordor. Mordor, Dol Amroth. Lingerous Threat and the Lost Spear. Legolas can be found at the ruins of Dingarth. I'm right here. Where is Legolas? Are they vectoring me to Lingris already? That's the spider zone where you have to kill 1,000 spiders to get the last deed. The Great Abyss, east of Lugash. Old man glasses deactivate. Did you finish your Umbar rep yet? No. Last pretzel is just all almonds from here on out. Whoa, I'm dead. Do not ride into lava. It's very bad for you and your Warsteed. Only I could find a way to die in an area where everything's gray to me. I am that good. Forgot to use Safe Fisher. We'll see, if this was Apex Legends, the updraft from the lava would have blown me right out of the fissure. I would have landed safely. Even if it was my own grenade that sent me into the fissure. I should just stick to doing no place for spoiled pies on Friday nights. It's about all I can handle some weeks. Work's going to be crazy fun this week. I was supposed to get 500 desktops and a few pallets full of e-waste shipped out on the 20th, and the recycling company called and said they had to reschedule it because the secure crates for shipping the items hadn't arrived in Omaha yet, and they wanted to push it out to Monday the 25th. And then my desktop support manager was like, yeah, we're getting 1,700 monitors in from Jersey City that day, so we can't really have them showing up to pick up that stuff, which is his stuff that needs picked up. We wanted to get it out before the monitors showed up so it wouldn't be out there in the hallway by the loading dock, but now it's still sitting there. So the monitors are coming in Monday, and then I found out that on Tuesday our other vendor's delivering the 45 or so brand new switches for the network refresh here in Omaha. Then the recycling pickup, I had to call and get it moved to Wednesday. And I just got done cataloging another 500 plus old hard drives and storage devices so we can ship that out in a secure crate with serialized locks so we can get all those destroyed and accounted for. Here we go. We'll go try the front door. Oh, it's not vectoring me to the front door at all, is it? I thought this was the hammer of the Oathbreakers. And it let me in. It let me in. Weird. Well, these guys con red. I'm supposed to kill them. Weird. Alright, well, this isn't the quest location. I must have already come through and done this if it's that advanced. Just sell them on eBay. We won't tell. You work at a PC store? Willy Billy Silly. No, I'm an IT, I guess my senior consultant, hardware engineering, hardware planning. I manage the network infrastructure for a large Fortune 500 company at their Omaha location. File servers, layer 1 physical connectivity for network devices, troubleshooting, that kind of stuff. I'm a data center hardware engineer by trade, and ironically don't work in a data center anymore, which generally means my job is really, really easy, except that we're refreshing the network in a 12-story building, and we have a bunch of sites that are getting consolidated because of a corporate acquisition. So we have thousands and thousands and thousands of IT assets to get recycled. And I'm the guy who gets to catalog a lot of that and ship it out for recycling. Sounds like you'll earn your paycheck next week. Yeah, I don't mind. The alternative would be sitting around the house and having orders barked at me by Mrs. M. But when the acquisition was announced 3 years ago, the company that we acquired just quit disposing of hard drives. They're like, oh, the new company will want it done a different way. Just go ahead and lock them up for now. And so I thought there'd only be 3 years worth of back hard drives to get rid of. There's a company that used to be called Connor Hard Drives. They got acquired by Seagate back in 1996. When we were cleaning out the hard drive storage room, I found a Connor hard drive. I found a Maxter hard drive with a manufacturing date of 1997. I don't know how long Maxter hard drives has been out of business, but that's been a while. We found some computer parts that would probably be okay in the Smithsonian at this point. Pays the Coke Zero receipts. Yeah. Well, and like I said, Zinger, I'm lucky enough that I work in a building where we have Coke Zero on fountain. Although I'm not going to get smoked salmon with my bagels in the morning anymore. Unless I bring in the smoked salmon myself. Might be worth doing, though. Okay, I am going away from... Where the hell am I supposed to be going? I'm confused. It's pointing me back towards the building where I just was, but when I was there, it was pointing me away from the building. So I don't know what the heck I'm doing, which is usually the case. I'm living proof that you can wander around Middle-earth lost like an idiot and still be successful at this game. I'm being vectored back towards where I plunged to my death in a fiery lava fissure. Okay, here's Gimli and Spackworth.
Sauron took everything from us, and then he took more.
So do you see the issue sometimes easier with game than others? I watch a guy that looks at something, says too buggy, and I'm like, it's fine and have fun. He doesn't. I probably tend to be more forgiving than the average player. Particularly with Lotro. I mean, it's such an old game. The fact that it's up and runs as smoothly as it does I mean, I've seen some MMO dumpster fires over the years. I mean, I was around when Funcom launched Anarchy Online. I remember what was another winner? Shadowbane. Boy, was that rough when that came out. I mean, I've seen some really rocky MMOs. Lotro's never been bad. Yeah, one of the problems I'm having right now with Apex Legends, which normally runs really well, for some reason, and particularly in Windows 10, I've just been getting really bad hitching. And some nights it runs perfectly smooth, and then other nights it just freezes up. And sometimes it does it when I'm right in the middle of a firefight. And it's like aim, shoot, freeze, and it's like a 3 count, and then when the game recovers, I'm already dead. I froze in place while the person I was shooting at just blasted me, and by the time the game recovers, I'm already down. Happened tonight, in fact, after I'd been playing and it had been fine for a while, and then all of a sudden the hitching started. So no game is immune to it, and Lotro is much better at it than a lot of other MMOs. So the other side of the fact is the lag, while it's annoying, isn't game breaking. In fact, normally it's not even affecting the game. It's just annoying. So I'm pretty forgiving about that. Baka says if you're enjoying what you're playing, don't stop enjoying it because somebody else doesn't like it or points out things the game could have done better. If you're enjoying yourself, that's the metric that should matter. One of the other games that I played quite thoroughly, even though it was a dumpster fire at launch, was Fallout 76. Bethesda did a nice job of sticking with it, patching it, fixing a lot of stuff, adding content. I was amazed that they came out with Fallout first and that people are willing to pay a monthly subscription for that thing. I'd like to get $40 or $50 of my initial $60 purchase price back myself, and I enjoyed the game, but it was a dumpster fire. Lotro's never been in anywhere near that bad of a state. That's my take on it. Now where the hell am I going? I talked to those guys. I must have to go back inside. I probably should be killing all of the stout axes, but I think I have to kill the smiths in particular. Tools of persuasion. Oh, am I breaking the forges? I failed the burgle. Go free, my young stout axe friend. I successfully burgled. And I coup de deaded. Coup de grace, when you absolutely positively want your opponent dead. Failed to burgle. Did not fail to one shot. Mastering the forges, done. Intimidated stout axes, not done. I need to find more of them. That's one I already freed. So I probably need to go upstairs. I have made the circuit. Failed to burgle. Okay, pause for a quick bio break. I'm going to go grab the mystery Fanta flavor. We'll give that a try next. I will be right back. Cheers, Stream HUD. Willie Billy says, I like magic users. Magic using classes are fun. I've enjoyed Runekeeper quite a bit, but Lore Master and Minstrel are quite fun. And Yellow Line Burglar is almost a casting class. It's pretty powerful, actually. Maybe I'll switch to Yellow Line here in a little bit. That might be fun. If I can remember how the combos go. Okay, the one tragedy with this soda is that, to the best of my knowledge, it probably doesn't have caffeine in it, although I haven't checked. Willy Billy Silly says, I didn't know that. Yeah, let me switch to yellow line. We'll take a look at that. I haven't played Yellow Line Burglar in a while, so I might not remember all the combinations. But you can apply tricks and then remove them and do different combos of tricks and attack from range with them. It's like casting spells. Also, the caltrops and the marbles are like spells in a way. And you can trigger fellowship maneuvers pretty readily. So this is Fanta Zero Sugar, and it's some kind of mystery flavor. It's obviously dark purple in color, but they have Fanta Grape already, so I'm pretty sure that's not it. And if I check the label, caffeine free, boo. It says hashtag what the Fanta? 0 calorie mystery flavored soda, naturally flavored. So let's find out what this is like. I'll hold it up a little closer. Hopefully y'all can see that. This is also new at my local snack shop. Smedge's Candy and Snacks on 120th and Blondo. Northeast corner. Right by the Potbelly Sandwich Store. Well, that opened with a whimper more than a bang, but at least it opened. See what we get. Interesting. It's really good. I can't decide if it tastes more like, you know how they do combination fruit juices? If you had apple grape juice or maybe plum, it tastes like dark red plum. It's fruitier than the Coke Zero Y3000. It's quite good. It's refreshing. It's definitely fruity. And it has kind of a deeper fruitiness to it. It's good. This is a good flavor. And I dare say I like this better than the Coke Zero Y3000. The Y3000 is perfectly drinkable. This is better. Where would I rate this on the hierarchy of diet sodas? Although the hierarchy is a little misleading because like Diet Root Beer, Diet Vanilla Soda would probably be right up there with the Diet Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. I'd probably put this on that same level. I don't know that I'd want to drink it all the time every day, but it's good and I would probably buy it on a not irregular basis if it were available in bottled 6-packs. But I'd probably be more likely to buy it than I would the Coke Zero Y3000. I said I'd buy a bottle of that occasionally just to mix it up. This I would probably buy a 6-pack of once in a while. And in fact, if Mrs. M were awake, I would probably offer her some of this because I think she would like it too. So I might have to go pick up a couple more bottles of this. If you've very quiet. Handful of Celebrant salve. Oh, that's funny. I'm like, what the hell happened to aim? Why is aim not here? I forgot I changed trait lines. Let's see if I can throw a combo on this fire horn worker. Zinger, you might need to help me out. I don't even remember. I think I can start some of them with the disable trick. And then I think I throw a second trick. Let's try Startling Twist. Disable, Startling Twist. Yeah. That throws a stun. You can do it from further away. Where did you get those? Do you order them? No, there's a local snack shop that had them. He tends to order some of the limited run stuff, the seasonal stuff. You're going to know more than me. I've never played Yellow Burglar. Okay, I think it was Cable Knit Dragon who clued me in on a lot of the casting combos. There we go. Hey, Dreary, your king went nuts.
Have
You
you,
should
a
come
mind
hang
to aid
with
my
us.
folk?
I shall join Gimli's folk, but first I must mourn my own. All right, very good, sir. Stealth. Yeah, the combos aren't coming back to me just yet. Yeah, it's funny about that too, is I never really found any good documentation for them either. If Cable Knit Dragon hadn't walked me through them, I don't know I ever would have discovered them. I feel I'm going to be fighting these fools at the door.
This is no home for a dwarf.
Nope, he's decided to book it too. Well, we got 2 of the 3 dwarves out. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time straightening out these skill bars. Nobody hidden back here, right? Brecky seems to have been slain by his own kid. That's harsh, man. Poor Frecky. We hardly knew you. Can I get a casting combo off? Man, I just wish... Dust in the eye. I think I damaged him from afar with that combo. Well, I don't think I had the camera angle very good for you to see it. Yeah, well. I might have to do some work to remember this. I threw a lockbox. Oh, now you guys are here, now that all the work is done.
Sauron took everything from us, and then he took more.
Mithril Ring of Might, Mithril Ring of Agility, Mithril Ring of Might, Mithril Ring of Will. Gather pages of research. The Wisdom of Zorath.
Sauron took everything from us, and then he took
Oh, that was
more.
nice. Quests of Dol Amroth done. Got a nice little wrapper completed.
Our fortunes are lost and our people broken.
Travel to the mouth of the abyss of Mordath in Dor Amroth. Okay, well I certainly know where that is. I'm getting hints of black cherry in this too. And maybe that's why it's a mystery flavor. Maybe they were going for plum or maybe they were going for black cherry and it just didn't quite mesh and they're like, I don't know what to call it, but it's good. So they're just marketing it as a mystery flavor. It could be the case. I have no idea. But it's pretty good. Even if I can't quite describe it exactly. It is tasty. Black cherry soda can be strong. You are not wrong, Willy Billy. I think plum describes it best. But a hint of black cherry, a hint of apple and grape. But it's tasty. It's good. And even after all this, there's no Coke sponsorship. Can you believe it? You'd think those folks in Atlanta would be throwing money at me. We ride for the abyss and for glory. Nope, let's try not to ride off into the lava this time, Ed. Big company sponsorship usually deal with the streamers that have 1,000 or more than that. Yeah, I know. I don't really expect the Coca-Cola company to come knocking at the door for little old me. Don't ride off here, Ed. We're on the road to the abyss.
Stay back! I'll kill you!
He's gone crazy. The road west of Lugash? We ride for the abyss and for glory. We've come to the abyss. You've strayed too far from the abyss. I'll get down off my high horse. You've come to the abyss. Find no evidence that the fire horns traveled this way, but you suddenly hear a familiar voice. Hello, Gimli.
Secrets lie in the depths of the wall. The little dwarf king and his people will see no more than they dare to imagine.
It's a heck of a first step, Gimli.
Stands upon the threshold.
Why doesn't your wife watch TV next to you anymore? We've moved. We're in a bigger apartment, and she's watching TV further away from me. Where the hell's Gimli? There you go, hurry up. Wasn't trying to pry, I just used to be next to you. Yeah, she used to be a lot closer. My wife was hospitalized for about 9 months, Willy Billy, and is still recovering. She can stand and walk, particularly using a walker, but she's mostly wheelchair bound still, undergoing physical therapy. I just went and checked on her when I went to get a soda. She was pretty well passed out. It doesn't have to worry about getting nailed in the head by uncooked popcorn kernels anymore. Oh, nope, no worries, Willy Billy. Actually, I'm very fortunate that she's recovering and doing well and is still with me. And I cooked dinner, I think it was maybe it was one night this week. I made pork chops, and I had bought some Bob Evans garlic mashed potatoes that I was going to make for Thanksgiving last year, and that's when my wife was in the hospital. And these things last forever. I just cooked some of the potatoes I was going to serve for Thanksgiving last year, and we ate them this week along with the pork chops I pan-fried and some buttered corn. Everything was quite good, actually. And soon she'll be as big of a streamer as Ninja. Just a Breeze 124 says, glad to hear she's doing better. Yeah, it's really been a pretty remarkable recovery. I've talked a lot about it. I told more than I probably wanted to on stream when it first happened. I muted some stuff and didn't mute some other stuff, and I went to tell some friends what was going on, and it basically went out over my open Twitch channel. So while respecting her privacy as much as I can, lots of people have been concerned about her, lots of people have been asking about her, so I haven't minded talking about it, and there really isn't anything bad. I mean, it's been a long road to recovery. She spent a lot of time in the hospital, and it's taking a while for her to get her leg strength back. And we moved her from ICU to post-critical care hospital to skilled nursing facility. She's been at home since July 12th, and we've had some home nursing care, some home physical therapy, and home occupational therapy working with her. And that's been really good, but I think they were hired just to help transition her from the nursing home to home permanently. And she's done really well to the point where they're tapering off. And I think Wednesday is going to be our last at-home occupational therapy visit. So I've kind of got to get on the horn and arrange something else to keep working her out and keep helping her get stronger. There's not any physical reason why she can't walk on her own, why she can't get strong enough to do most of the things she used to do. She just has to put in the work. And she's not real big on exercise, so that'll be a challenge, but I think she wants to get stronger and she wants to be more independent, and she's really had a pretty good spirit through the whole thing, and that goes a long way towards helping. Plus, I think if she gets extra strength and it helps her torture me more, I think she'd be all for that. I think that would be a big thing for her. Medium agility. Yeah, we can grab that. It's about on par with what I'm already wearing, it looks like. What else did I get? Ooh, a tracery. Nice. Travel to Lingris. Okay, they really want me to go to Lingris now. In search of the Spider Queen. And Ingold has a quest. Talk to Legolas about Lingris.
I was just about to depart.
And who else am I talking to? Not Lomazar. No, I've still got 4 Dol Amarth quests. Talon Arui. Collect pages. Scout Lingris. Talk to Colden. Oh, he's at the Udun Foothold. Okay, we'll double back to the Udun Foothold. We ride for the Foothold and for glory. I still can't believe you talked her into streaming Dance Dance Revolution for her special appearance. Man, the funniest thing, I had my Xbox set up and I had DDR with the dance pad, and I don't remember where I got a hold of a second dance pad. We had some friends over one night, and my wife and one of our friends' wives they got up and they were 2-player Dance Dance Revolution in the middle of our living room. And those poor gals, I mean, they were just lathered up with sweat. It was hilarious. I very much enjoyed relaxing on the couch with a cold soda, watching them work that hard. That was pretty funny. How long have I been streaming for tonight, or how long ago did I start streaming? Those are both good questions, actually. We're at 3:27. Almost 3.5 hours right now. I know I've got streams up on the Lotro channel here on YouTube that go back to 2016. I was probably streaming 6 months before that. I've been streaming since 2015 or 2016 here on Twitch. There's probably a way to figure it out, but I don't pay that much attention. Been streaming a long time. You know, in those early streams, I didn't know if I was going to stick with it, if it was ever going to go anywhere, if there was ever a point. So I started out, I only had one monitor, I didn't have a web camera. I basically just played and broadcast my gameplay. And what started happening is I'd finish streaming and log out of my game, and I would see Twitch that had been hidden in the background, and people had started trying to talk to me. I was like, oh, people are actually showing up. So I figured I'd better get a second monitor and a microphone so I could monitor chat, and then I added a webcam. And I've kept it pretty simple, though. I've seen a lot of streamers that they get caught up in, oh, I want to do this really cool overlay, and you know, people buy green screens and they buy audio mixing boards, and they want to get XLR microphones. And I mean, it's your hobby. If you want to spend the money that way, knock yourself out. But I've just kept it simple, and I like to spend my time chatting with y'all and gaming, and not getting too caught up. I'm never going to be partnered, and that's okay. I'm a very happy affiliate streamer, but I'm very lucky to have met so many great people, and I've got a really good community that likes to hang out on my channel regularly, and I enjoy spending time with them. And we do a lot of interactive gaming together, and it's fun. It's just been a great way to meet people and share the joy of gaming. If that doesn't sound too hokey. Even if it does sound hokey, that's okay. Sometimes the best things in life are kind of corny.
What can I do for you?
Now who am I supposed to go talk to? The road east of Lugash. Complete quest for the inhabitants of Minas Tirith and Athelion. Oh, assisting herbalist. Who cares? What else we got? Scout the location for spiders. Travel into Lingris and join Legolas for his search for Ungutari. And talk to Bregdal about Talatharui. Okay, we got lots of quests. The conversion from your high def play to 760p blurs the text even with my glasses. That's probably true. I'm playing at 1440p and downscaling it to 720p. I would have thought, with that being an even ratio for Ben Kid, that it would probably stay relatively readable. So Dornell said, I won't go beyond just an overlay. Overlay the artist me just had to do. A fun way of showcasing my drawings. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of the streaming stuff you can do for free or cheaply and still at high quality with stuff you already have or can make yourself. Baka says a green screen is literally a green sheet. You can use your existing cell phone as a stream deck and webcam. The tricky part with green screens, Bacchus, isn't the screen, it's the lighting. If you don't do the lighting correctly, it looks like ass. Is there an overhead or cost to streaming in 1080p? Still looks good at 720, but the text is hard to read. Yeah, I was advised to stay with 720p broadcast Forbin Kid because a large number of viewers tend to watch on tablets or phones that can't do 1080p. It's pretty common for inexpensive phones to still be 720p resolution. So I've never upped to 1080p, and that might be outdated. But that's advice I was given, and so I was like, okay, 720p is fine. And frankly, one of the things that'll make a difference is when Twitch finally integrates AV1 encoding, then streaming in 1080p will have a lot less overhead. The problem with it is, regardless of my internet bandwidth, that 1080p 60 hits the maximum amount of bandwidth that Twitch ingest servers will accept. And if there's any deterioration, it's going to degrade significantly. So if the ingest server's not working perfectly, or your bandwidth gets bogged down, or your internet's not working at full speed, or yada yada yada, then it's going to degrade the video quality pretty significantly. So just by going 720p 60, it gives me some room, some overhead for there to be less than ideal streaming conditions and still have everything look and play smoothly. Baka says bandwidth is all really. Most current PCs can easily game and stream at 1080p. I played and streamed Lotro on Mrs. M's computer. Simultaneously, she has a 5600G with integrated Vega 7 graphics, and that was a powerful enough chip to play and stream Lotro at 1080p. So that was pretty cool. There's no graphics card in her computer. What else we got going on? Okay, Forbin Kid asked about blurring the text. Fraulein Crouchen says, well, a follow and hello from new people don't seem to be welcome here. No thanks for the follow, and just overread my hello, answer everything else. Bye. Well, that's unfortunate. I was just trying to get caught up on... Oh, there she is. Good morning and happy time zone. Yeah, I got to chit-chatting. My apologies for not getting to that earlier, but that's okay. Didn't see the notice. Maybe it didn't pop up. I tend to not follow chat as closely as I probably ought to. Maybe it's just my eyes. Big Ed, maybe check your alerts. Nice. It was there. I just didn't notice it. That's okay. Most of what I do, folks see on my streams, are all 100% free, hand-drawn by me. Baka says, yes, agreed. Lighting's tricky. I've made a plan with desk lamps, but decent lighting would be another thing to invest at least some money in if you're going to stream regularly. Certainly not necessarily, though. We have a couple of photography lighting towers that Mrs. M bought. She got them on clearance someplace fairly cheaply, but they're 250 watt photo bulbs. I would be cooking like a ham if I had those lights on me. Which is another thing too. If you set up a studio-like situation with the lighting for the green screen, and I mean, this room would be 90 degrees all the time. Seem no notifications happened or alerts. Even I didn't hear you follow like I normally would with the new followers. Well, the thing is that she probably followed Lotro Stream, and I don't have the alert set up for Lotro Stream. I don't know how. Um, I mean, I don't have control over the Lotro Stream channel. So if they don't follow my personal channel, I don't get a notification. So that's okay. So hopefully Fraulein Crayon Fuchs gets into a better mood. Didn't mean to diss anybody, but I'm running around trying to figure out which quest vectors to go on and talking to y'all, and frankly I was already in the middle of a question and answer when she popped in, and if I didn't get to her fast enough, that's kinda on her. It's okay. I make more mistakes before 9 a.m. than most people do all day, Adorno. Fortunately, I have Mrs. M to tell me about them. And she actually popped in during a surprisingly aggressive amount of chatting. Normally it doesn't get that busy in chat unless we're talking about food. I ordered pizza again tonight, and just to mix things up, I ordered from Papa John's, and I can't remember why everybody was so mad at Papa John a few years ago. I can't remember, the company founder did something or said something that people perceived as homophobic or racist, or I don't know. And I was like, is there some reason why I shouldn't be ordering Papa John's? I just hadn't had it in a while, and it was like, don't really feel like Domino's. I think I did Domino's earlier this week. Ugh. Mrs. M wanted Parmesan garlic wings, and so there's a Domino's right by the office, and I stopped and got carry out on the way home. I didn't get pizza, though. I got some pepperoni cheese bread, which is basically pizza without sauce. I got her Parmesan garlic wings, and I got me an Italian cold cut hoagie. They do sandwiches too. And everything was okay. I mean, and it wasn't unreasonably priced, so it was fine, but I didn't want to do Domino's twice in the same week. Now we've got an extra quest ring. See who else we're supposed to talk to. Let's get down off of our high horse. Bam Pow Biff, I watched your streams years ago and you kept me company on many a long night. Although I never said hello if I recall correctly. Great to see you're keeping on, and hello. Well, hi, Bam Pow Biff. That's great to hear. Yeah. I was going to be playing video games anyway, so I figure, hey, I may as well be here streaming too. But appreciate you coming back and checking out the streams, and glad the content kept you company. I wouldn't want to use the word entertained you. That might be presumptuous. Zinger says we picked up one of those pizzas from Aldi's. Basic but not bad for like $6 for a 16-inch. Good. Dornell says, speaking of food, I made a rice and simple chicken and egg rice bowl. Well, a nice and simple chicken and egg rice bowl. Never a bad option. Chicken and rice is like a universal food.
Thus, with a Nazgul, the great Lord Sauron's most powerful.
No, it's entertaining and always interesting. Well, thank you.
Each in his own keep in Mordor they dwelled, and in Minas Morgul they gathered.
Although I seem to have frustrated the Germans tonight.
Host.
You know, what can I do? Yes, my love. Yes, what would you like, honey? Are we putting you to bed? What do you need help with? I'm not getting an answer. That's okay. So I think this is the entrance to Lingris. Anyway, tonight's pizza was pepperoni and meatballs with a 3-cheese blend. It was pretty good. It wasn't great, but it was pretty solid. Not a terrible price. I think it was like $23 delivered for a large, and then I tipped an extra $3.50. All right, Mrs. M's calling. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. She needs help with something. Tried 2 new sodas. Got a lot of questing done here in Mordor. Dusted off a favorite character I've not played in a very long time. So we'll leave on that happy note. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. And let's go raid French Girl Gaming. She is up and running. Yes, dear. Yeah, sweetie. Let me shut down the stream. I should be on my personal channel this weekend if you want to come by and see Big Ed Mustafa. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next Friday here on Lotro Stream. Have a great night, everybody. Peace out.
So really, Astara, it's up to you what you want to do.